welcome to some of the major issues that made it to the news during the week. My name is Biblas Chidi, but before we go on to the show, I'd like to say it's been an amazing cold Saturday. In fact, it's expected because for a few days now, it's been very, very hot. It's been very sunny and very hot, and so we've been praying for the rain, and here it is. God blessed us with the rain. I do hope you're enjoying the day because it's quite cold. All right. This is the major issues, some of the major issues that made it to the news during the week. I have Peter Nosike here who will be analyzing these issues as I bring them one after the other. And I have some selected news because it is not all the news. I have some selected news that I will be reading, and I would like you to base your comments, or we open up the phone lines on those issues. Good evening, Peter Nosike, and welcome to the show.
Good evening.
All right, to begin, one of which I have here is marketers disagree with Taiwo Oyedele on refinery sale. The chairman of the Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms Committee, Taiwo Oyedele, has said that Nigerians should pray that the country's refineries do not work. Oyedele, who spoke at the platform's Independence Anniversary event held in Lagos on Monday, said should Nigerian refineries produce petroleum, inefficiencies in the management might make a liter of petrol the most expensive in the world. In his exact words, he said, Nigerians would say, if only our refineries were working, then we'll be fine. Nothing can be further from the truth than that. In fact, Nigerians should come together and say, please make sure that our refineries don't work. We should sell them. The National Assembly said we have spent over 10 trillion naira maintaining our refineries, even when they have not produced anything. Oyedele said this during the event tagged Africa Rising Continent, Nigeria's strategic role. I think he's making a point though, but Peter Nosike is here to tell us more. If actually he's making a point, but I think I'm seeing things from his own view. Now, the second one I have here is pick up on Tinubu's certificate saga. This is a group telling Wole Soyinka, the New Africana Center has asked the Nobel laureate, Professor Wole Soyinka, to join the controversy trailing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's claim of having attended and obtained a certificate from Chicago State University in the United States of America. It wondered why a Wole Soyinka, who has a reputation for insistence on transparency and accountability in public office, is sitting askance, while the shadiness and duplicity surrounding the background of Bola Tinubu is embarrassing the Nigeria presidency and tearing the polity apart. In their exact words, I quote, "We had expected all this while that the Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka, the apostle of transparency and accountability in public office, would speak up on this, but this is not the case. Instead, he has maintained a studied silence." All right, we'll hear more from Peter Nosike when we delve into the issue properly. All right, the third one I have is states divided over federal government's 35,000 naira wage awards to federal workers. States were split yesterday over the agreement of the federal government. States were split yesterday over the agreement that the federal government reached with the Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) and Trade Union Congress (TUC) on Monday night to pay 35,000 naira wage award to federal workers to cushion the effect of petroleum subsidy removal. While some of the states say they will align with the federal government's 35,000 naira wage award for its workers, others say they had already started paying their workers 10,000 naira even before the federal government award, and would therefore not be bound by the central government's move. Some of the states said, like Kwara State government said it had already started paying 10,000 naira wage awards its workers. Kebbi State said it will sit with cabinet members to determine what wage award to pay to its workers. And Enugu State government said that they have agreed to replicate the federal government's wage award of 35,000 naira for its workers. So we'll hear more when Peter Nosike analyzes these topics. Going to the other one, SERAP sues 36 governors over failure to account for 72 billion naira subsidy palliative, says it's undemocratic. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project has filed a lawsuit against the 36 state governors in the country over their failure to account for the spending of the 72 billion naira palliative collected from the federal government, including details of the beneficiaries and the reliefs provided with the money. The federal government recently disbursed 2 billion naira out of a 5 billion palliative package to each state of the federation and the Federal Capital Territory to address the impact of the removal of fuel subsidy. Now, SERAP is seeking an order of mandus to direct and compel each of the 36 state governors to disclose how they spent the money, what went where, and how it all went. All right, you hear more when Peter Nsike starts his analysis. The other one I have here is 100 billion naira CNG buses. The Senate on Tuesday warned President Bola Tinubu against illegal spending and advised him to seek a supplementary budget for its compressed natural gas initiative. The Senate, through its Committee on Gas, led by Senator Jarigwe, urged the executive arm of government to expeditiously present a 2023 supplementary budget to the National Assembly to kickstart the compressed natural gas project. The lawmakers insisted that the law was against extra budgetary spending. The committee chairman, who commended the president for the CNG initiative, however, warned that it would be illegal to spend taxpayers' money or the money without approval by the National Assembly and other projects in the gas value chain. So you'll hear more on that. Now, the last but not the least, less than 40 million Nigerians paying tax. This is coming from the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission Chairman, Mohammed Shehu. He says Nigerians must endeavor to pay their taxes to boost government revenue and improve service delivery. He noted that less than 40 million Nigerians are presently captured in the tax net and paying taxes. And according to him, he said that is too low for a country that has more than 200 million population. During an interview, Mohammed Shehu also clarified that political office holders in Nigeria did not earn outrageous emoluments as speculated by Nigerians. All the things that people like to tell you about clean environment, good roads, and functional infrastructure in other countries, it is the taxes that citizens pay that are utilized for those services. I wish Peter Nsike, I wish this man is here, this chairman is here, so that we can throw some questions at him directly today. Have been lovely. All right, I hand the mic over to Peter Nsike to start from the first one, which is marketers' disagreement with Taiwo Oyedele on refinery sale.
Well, the tax reformer said that Nigerians should hold hands and pray. Let not our refineries work, isn't it?
Yes.
That Nigerians should pray. Then he should have asked God, why did he give us crude oil? Understand? He should have asked God, why did he give us crude oil? Because countries that don't have crude oil have refineries. Understand me? So for him to say that he pray so that our refineries wouldn't be working shows his state of mind and how he loves this country. Because they are carrying our crude oil to Niger to refine. They are carrying our crude oil to Singapore to refine and to other countries. Is that a good thing? That you have crude oil and you'll be taken to another country to refine, and you'll be praying that the one in your country not work.
I think what he's looking at is the corruption that is in Nigeria, because once it starts working, government will still be spending, because the maintenance thing, they will still add their own money and all of that stuff.
So this importation, they don't add.
Anyways, they do add, I think the corruption thing has eaten deep into the country. So
one of the ways out of our predicament is for our refinery to work. What they are showing their incompetency, their lack of leadership acumen in managing what is going on there. It is human beings that are mismanaging, not robots. Not robots. If the refinery is working, and there's corruption there, they should know what to do. But for somebody who has a crude oil at his backyard and is praying for his refinery not to work, shows that he's not doing that in good faith. Maybe he's one of the beneficiaries of this fuel import. Otherwise, I don't see any reason why he should be praying for such. Because for Nigeria to develop, we need that refinery to work. And again, as I said in the morning, we need a stable electricity. These are the two things that can bring cost of operational cost down in the country. And without operational costs coming down, there's no way we can become a producing country. They called him a tax reformer. He started failing from that statement. And like his boss, he doesn't know what he is there to do. One, in the other countries, countries, government cannot sell 100% of its responsibility. If you do that, then why are you in office? Why are you in office? In other countries, refineries is managed under PPP. Government must be interested in those big things in your country. They must be interested in the cost of energy, cost of transportation. So there's no way any country will just outsource its energy to an individual. It doesn't happen. So my prayer is our refinery should work. Nigerian prayers is that the refinery should work. Let it be working. Let us stop all this unnecessary importation. Because it is a shame that we have refineries and we are importing fuel from Singapore, from other countries. This is one of the reasons why our Naira is very weak. We need to start producing, we need to start refining, we need to start refining so that other countries will start importing from us. That's how to grow our...
But he's claiming that we are not efficient, that if we do that due to the inefficiency of the country, that it will be very expensive.
So they cannot sanitize it.
That's what it seems.
They are sabotaging it.
So it doesn't work.
Those in power are sabotaging it not to work. Those in authority are sabotaging the refineries not to work.
So how do they benefit from it not working?
So that they will be importing. Okay, let me tell you what is happening in the energy sector. There's also sabotage there. Because all this thing that they said that discourse and so forth. What these people normally do is they will sabotage the sector that they are in. They will say that government is not a good managers of business, so that it will be sold. They will now go abroad, get two white men, understand, bring money, understand, and now buy back that company that is not working and will begin to work. That's what is happening in our energy sector. When they say that they want to sell, it is still those who are working there that go to America, go to Britain, assuming that they are getting a foreign partners, they'll come and buy with a foreign name. So it is those in that system, those in government that are sabotaging both the refinery not to work, the power sector not to work. So it is mere sabotage. So saying that it doesn't work, if they want that to work, it will work. If government wants the refinery to work, it will work. But they are benefiting from the refineries not working. They are benefiting from we not having a stable power supply. That is what is going. It is sabotage on the part of those in power. And now he had now come out to say it, that his prayer is that for our refineries not to work, so that we have crude oil and we continue to import. That's a stupidity on his own part.
All right, let's go to the second one. The New African Center has asked Professor Wole Soyinka to join the controversy trailing President Bola Tinubu's claim of having attended CSU.
Well, the truth is that Soyinka is also fighting his own battle. Soyinka is also fighting his own battle. And they say if they put fire on your palm and put on another person's palm, you first of all remove the one on your own palm. So that's how I feel what is happening, because they are also accusing Soyinka of parading fake academic credentials. But yesterday, he gave them 30 days to come and prove that he is parading fake academic credentials. So that's what he is now. In 1996, one Professor James Gibbs, Professor James Gibbs, accused Soyinka of parading a fake NEEDS certificate. That's University of Leeds.
Leeds, yeah. Understand?
So, but what Soyinka said is that it is Abacha, General Abacha, that is sponsoring those publications. So right now he is engaged in his own war. But to me and to other people, we are highly disappointed that Soyinka, who is among those that are suffering from the diarrhea of the mouth in the country, has refused to speak on this issue. Because 2015, Soyinka called Jonathan's wife and patient Shippopotamus. He was among those that were saying anything but Jonathan, anything but Jonathan. So he always jump into any trending issues. But right now with this Tinubu's certificate issue, he has remained silent. One, I know that he has interest. He's always looking for rehabilitation from government. So it is only those who fails to rehabilitate him that he criticizes. So I'm sure he's expecting things from this Tinubu's administration. That's why he had not
said anything.
Sure, started talking. But it's very, very unfortunate that those who are looking up to him that to say something, understand, as somebody who has been in the academia for many years, sees this certificate issue and he could not say anything about it.
All right.
It's quite unfortunate.
Very unfortunate, but we hope he still say something. Let's go to the next one. States divided over federal government 35,000 naira wage awards to federal workers.
It's expected that they should be divided because not up to 5 states in the country are viable. Not up to 5 states among the 36 states. Not up to 5 states are viable. So once this increment comes, those who are not viable will begin to do what? Panic.
Of course.
Because when the minimum wage was put at 30,000 naira under Buhari, some continued with that 10,000 naira. They said that they could not pay 30,000. Understand? So now pushing it furthermore, I know that it just even if the federal government borrows to pay, because that's what they are going to do, borrowing that to pay, which is not a sign of somebody who knows business. You don't borrow to pay salary. It doesn't happen anywhere. It doesn't happen anywhere. Anybody that is borrowing to pay salary is not a businessman. Salary is being paid from profit. You don't borrow to pay. But what this government is hoping for is to be borrowing, to be paying, and that's why we continue to be a debtor nation. Now, they will be borrowing that to pay, but some states may not be able to borrow, so they cannot pay. That's the reason why you see the division there. Will pay, will not pay. Will pay, will not pay. Because not up to 5 states in the country are viable. If I'm asked, I will even, apart from political interest, I want to be governor, I want to be senator, some states are supposed to merge. There are states that cannot raise up to 10 million naira IGR. There are some states in the country that cannot raise up to 10 million naira IGR. What are they doing as a state? So therefore, for me, some states like KB, Yobe should merge. Understand? Jigawa can merge with Kano. Jigawa was created out of Kano. They can go back there. Understand? If we can have only 12 states that are viable in the country, it will do us better than having 36 states that every month they go to Abuja to seek for handouts. That is why people are calling for regionalization, so that all the states, all the regions will be developing with what they have. That's why people are calling, let us go back to 1963 Constitution, so that to give each state power to use what is under its own environment to develop itself. If you can have just 12 viable states, but it will not be possible because some people want to be governors.
Of course.
So if you have only 12 states, you have shut many people from becoming governors. You have shut many people out of becoming senators, House of Reps. So it's their personal interest that is making Nigeria not to work. Their personal interest. Because there's no need having 36 states that are not viable. So what the governors are doing, they will be sleeping until at the end of the month they'll go to Abuja for a check. And you call yourself a governor of a state. Let me give you an instance. Nevada in the United States has no oil. Nevada is a desert area in America. They have no natural resources. What they now did, since we don't have natural resources, what can we do to be self-sufficient? What can we do to be generating our own money? They build casinos. Nevada became the gambling capital of the world. Nevada became a tourist center of the world. So when people from Texas, the oil billionaires, get their money, they go to Nevada and spend it. When the people from the oil-rich states in America get their money, they'll go to Nevada because there they have the best hotels, the best casinos, the best game centers. It's a tourist attraction for people from all over the world. This is how people who are thinking do. If you go to Bauchi can become the best attractive tourist center in the country. If you build hotels, tourist centers in Bauchi, people in the Niger Delta cannot drink their oil. When they sell their oil, they go to Bauchi and spend the money there. So from that, Bauchi will be generating part of the money in the Niger Delta. But these guys are not thinking.
They don't think outside the box.
They are not thinking. So that's why federal government has put fire on most of the states by accepting this new minimum wage. because over 70% of the states cannot pay it. Over 70% of the states cannot pay this new minimum wage. That's why you are seeing the division.
All right, sorry, Peter and CK, to take you back a little. Tinubu, our president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has served as a governor and a senator one time. So was it the same certificate that he submitted when he was serving as a governor and a senator?
I don't work in INEC.
So you wouldn't know that.
I don't work in INEC.
All right. Let's quickly move on to what we have next. Okay, Sarab sues 36 governors over failure to account for 72 billion naira subsidy palliative.
Well, Sarab has gotten that suing malaria or suing bug. Every day they are suing. Understand?
But actually, there was a palliative for the citizens.
There was a palliative, but it was wrongly done.
Did anybody receive the palliative?
It was wrongly done. One, when they said that he want to give 5 billion naira to each of the state governors, I said it on this program that is pocket money that he's giving them.
Because do not be disbursed.
Understand? They will not do it. The highest thing that they will share is the rights they say that is coming. How is that rights will be shared? It's going to be shared to party members, from local governments to wards. So if you are not a member of the party in your ward or in your local government, you will not get that.
Definitely.
So that's why I don't believe in sharing. And once you share, only few people guess it. But for Sarab suing them, every governor has immunity. You cannot bring any governor to court until
he finishes his term.
Until his tenure expires. So they should be strategic in what they are doing. So that's why I said that they have gotten this suing. They have been beaten by suing bug. It's not everything that you sue. You have to know whether what you are doing makes sense, whether you get result of what you want to do. Suing a governor over palliative that he has power to share as he wants. You cannot tell him how to share his palliatives.
Peter Antige, do you know that Nigerians have removed their minds from anything palliative since the COVID-19 palliative that political leaders hid all those noodles, salt, and the rest of them?
You shouldn't even be hoping on palliative, and government shouldn't even be doing this palliative thing. There are areas that they should put it and everybody will benefit. There are areas that they should put a palliative. An instance, if the power improves, it's a positive sign of palliative. Everybody would benefit from that. That's if there's an improvement on the energy, on power. Put that money that you want to use as a palliative to the energy sector. Let us have at least more hour increase in supply of electricity.
Power, yeah.
This is palliative. Build roads. This is palliative. Then build a refineries. That's also palliative. Understand? So say you are giving a governor money that to go and share or rights to go, it's a waste of time. They are not being strategic. And set up on this issue. They are just making noise.
Creating awareness.
They are just making noise. You cannot sue a governor over palliative because he has all the power to share it as he wants. It's just like suing a governor over his security budget. That is his pocket money. He has the power to use it as he wants. So sharing that money that to them is a very big mistake.
And they will continue to make the mistake since our Nigerian leaders do not want to think out of the box. Let's go to the next one. 100 billion naira compressed natural gas initiative. Senate rejects the CBN loans, warns Tinubu against illegal spending.
Well, from Buhari, they have been warning of overspending. And I wonder the countries or the financial institutions that are giving them these loans. Understand? Because to me, at the end of the day, it could be a bad debt. Somebody that you are now in the secondary school, that's what we used to call the what if. An instance, if I want to give, if you want me that to lend you money, I'll ask myself, what if you fail to pay me? So I will first of all I ask that question, answer it before I'll give you that. How do I recover my money? So these countries or financial institutions that are lending Nigeria money, are they doing their what if? Are they asking?
Don't you think they are benefiting something from Nigeria for them to be borrowing them up and down?
There should be what they are benefiting, which we ordinary masses don't know, because you cannot keep on giving without
and they don't pay back.
Paying. So there could be a way that, because Nigeria is not a viable state. Nigeria is bankrupt. Nigeria is insolvent. So to me, it's only bad people with a negative, who are not good businessmen, that should be borrowing money to Nigeria. Because we are not producing. How can we pay back? We are not producing. How can we pay back? So if I'm a country, I will not lend money to Nigeria because the capacity to pay back is not there. If I do my what if, the result will be don't give. So I don't know how they are getting their destiny back. But for me, if I'm a country, I won't lend money to Nigeria because Nigeria don't have the capacity to pay back even in the next 20 years.
All right, Peter Nsike, let me ask you this. Aside the paying of tax by Nigerians, are there other ways that government generates revenue?
Well, they send crude oil.
Okay, that's basically two ways they generate revenue.
They sell crude oil.
All right, talking about tax, the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission Chairman Mohammed Shehu said that less than 40 million Nigerians are paying tax in a country of over 200 million Nigerians. How do you react?
Okay. Nigeria population at this moment is about 222 million.
Okay.
Which means out of every 5 Nigerians, maybe one pays tax. That is what we can put it at that. That's out of every
5 Nigerians. One pays tax.
One pays tax.
That's a good one. Looking at the nature of the country, looking at the poverty level, that's a good one.
Well, for you that to pay tax, you have to ask yourself, what am I going to benefit from this paying tax?
That's the thing.
What am I going to benefit from this?
Okay, sorry, Peter Nosike. Let me read what the chairman said. He said, all the things that people like to tell you about clean environment, good roads, functional infrastructure in other countries, it is the taxes that citizens pay that are utilized for those services. People should learn, as Nigerians should learn to pay electricity bills. They should pay their water bills. They should pay just like they pay for telephone recharge cards. Then, the more you pay your taxes, the more money the government has to put into road and rail construction, better hospitals, pensions, social security, and a better plan to help the needy. Which of these ones do we have?
So, is this an excuse why we don't have
good roads in Nigeria?
Good hospitals, good railways. One, it is not about those countries where their taxes are working. Is because people are seeing the result.
The result of the tax they pay.
Yes, now. If you pay tax, you see the result of the tax that you paid.
You want to pay more.
You want to pay more. But here in Nigeria, those who are paying are not seeing the result. When I was in the Sun newspaper, sincerely, I told them, apart from that, my tax deducted from source, I wouldn't be paying.
Definitely.
If they give me my whole salary and say, go and pay tax, I will not pay. I will not pay.
Because you're not seeing the effect of the tax you're paying.
I'm not seeing the effect. One, we don't have that good road. Even water corporation is dead.
I can agree with that.
Water corporation is everywhere in the country. The taps are not running anymore. What we now have is
boreholes everywhere.
Boreholes everywhere. So if only 40% out of 240 million, out of 222 million that are paying tax, for me, those 40 million should be appreciated.
Seriously.
They should be, but I know that they are not paying it in good faith. It's a matter of can't help. It's a matter of can't help because most of these taxes are ending up in private pockets. The taxes are ending up in private pockets. An instance, this 1,000 naira ownership of cars. They said that they'll be generating about 200 million or billion every year. Have they told us whose pocket or which bank account
that money is going into?
Understand me? So the reason why people are not paying tax in Nigeria is that they are not getting the result. That is the main reason. If they are getting the result, they will pay. If I'm seeing good roads, good electricity, good hospitals, I will be happy to be paying. But if I'm not seeing it, you are robbing me. Understand? If I'm paying, I'm not seeing just like when we are using estimated bills, that was day and night robbery. Understand? That was day and night. So what they should do is the nature that they have, they should begin that to put infrastructures. This is what will encourage people to be paying their taxes. Let us begin to see those good roads, all those things that he enumerated there. Let us begin that to see it. It will motivate people that to start.
I wish you see him to ask him this question. Peter Ansige, have you applied this Ijeoma Kola, that road? It is a death trap. It is a death trap in a way that container falls almost all the time there. The road is terribly bad, and people are now applying just one lane. Which that Ijeoma Kola.
Which road is that?
Road leading to Songo from Abuleba. Yes, from that Abuleba Ijaye, that road is a death trap, and they ask Nigerians to pay tax. Anyways, let's keep watching them. And now, that is all that we have. Now we'll just open the phone line so that people can contribute to the conversation. Tell us which of the stories that we shared with you caught your fancy. Which of them would you like to react to? And please try as much as possible to be civil while you are reacting to the stories. All right, as usual, the phone number is still the same, 0700 903 903 903. You can also connect with us via the WhatsApp line on 0700 903 9039. We'll have our first call. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, I'm Ben from Eva.
All right, Ben, go ahead.
That Taiwo boy that said that Nigeria should pray that our refinery should not work. I believe that that thing he said was what they told him to come and say. The federal government is praying that our refinery should not work because I believe every 1 liter of fuel they are making a huge amount of money. Nobody knows what they are doing with our importation of fuel and our crude. And they enjoy the corruption that is in NNPC. It is favoring federal government. They are the ones that is sabotaging the refinery from working. It is favoring them a great deal. They don't want the refinery to work because they are reaping a lot from it. They are reaping a lot and they will lose a lot. For instance, the subsidy money they say, who knows how much is the landing cost? Who knows how much subsidy they pay? It's what they tell us, we believe. And now, Minikere said that is importing 46 million liters. Why can Nigeria be using 46 million liters of fuel daily? And federal government tell quiet, which means that it is federal government that knows about that particular business. Why is it that production of crude has never failed in Nigeria? Yeah? Shell is producing crude for Nigeria. Chevron is producing crude for Nigeria. Morgan is producing crude for Nigeria. Why is it that one doesn't fail? Every time they are producing crude. Why not the Italian company that is repairing that Port Harcourt refineries and the Warri refinery? Why can't they repair it and manage it? The same way Oyibo people are managing the production of crude. Why couldn't they repair? Federal government will give them targets. They manage it first. Tinubu investigated the $1.5 billion Buhari paid to get the military to get to Dimitri Seva, the former Minister for State for Petroleum, to repair those 3 refineries. Have Tinubu gone there and asked these people, invite those people and ask them how much did the minister get to you people? How much is delaying the work? Tinubu have seen that the pressure is on him now, that by December, those 3 refineries will not start work. Because he told Labour that they should give him December as target deadline that the refinery will start work. Obasanjo told us that those refineries, the way he sees, it will not start work in December because this man did not give them enough money. Maybe he gave them $100 million out of that $1.5 billion. Gave them $100 million, and these people now know that these kinds of things have increased. And maybe the money those people are demanding now, federal government cannot meet up, and they are just using our heads, using us. That money will repair, that $1.5 billion will repair the 4 refineries, including Kaduna own. You know that the NNPC now, their total package, the people who are working in the 4 refineries, the Port Harcourt 2 refinery, Warri refinery, and the Kaduna refinery, their total package for the year is 200 and something billion naira every year. That is their salary for the year. And every year they are collecting that money. These 4 refineries, as their total package, salary, allowance, everything. And 1 bucket of crude they have never refined to produce something for Nigeria. And that is the corruption that is over in the federal government. Why not tell the NNPC off? Why not tell it off? And let federal government take like 30% out of it or 40%. And military is there for years, doing everything. Every government that comes, they are using him. Every government that comes, they are using him and we are suffering. So what is happening in Nigeria is too bad. We don't have any reason to suffer. Tinubu knows what he's doing. It is not because of subsidy removal that we are suffering. It is because of the corruption the federal government have applied. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Ben. Thank you. Let's still take some more calls. Hello. Good evening.
Hello, good morning. How are you doing today?
Fine, thank you. Okay, it's morning there.
Yeah, sorry. Good afternoon to you. Good morning over here. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing well. We're doing well. Let's get to meet Mr. you at your location.
Can you call this, sir?
Well
done, sir. Yeah. Glad to connect with you guys again today. Thank you very much for all that you guys are doing.
You didn't tell us your name and location.
Okay, my name is Tosin. I'm actually calling from the United States of America.
All right, Tosin, you're welcome.
Yeah, so I just heard it spoke about the tax situation, which I think your submission was very, very interesting. But other than that, I think if we look at the overall system of Nigeria, I think corruption is one of the fundamental enemy. And but corruption also resides in the people that the over 200 million Nigerians are given the power to go sit and rule them. Because like you alluded in your submission, people pay tax, but they don't even know which account the tax is going to and things like that. And now we have and that set of government today, and things just keep degenerating. And this is the reason why we end up calling for a transparent means of getting people into office. Now we have an issue at our hand about the CSU saga. The disposition contains so many things that proves to us that CSU did not issue the certificate that the said president, in quotes, presented to INEC. But we still have people going around to spin a false narrative. Now, where is the place of morality in all of these things that we look at today? Because we've just proven to the world that, according to Donald Trump, when he was the president, he said Nigeria is a shithole country. It was a statement made by Donald Trump, not my own statement now. Now, with all of this going on in the country today, are we truly not a shithole country? That all of a sudden people can now sit down and support what they know is not right. And like Peter Obi said, you can't steal the will of the people and use it for the good of the people. It is never going to happen. The process by which people get into office is very, very important than what they do in that office. But today, Umba, NYC said they didn't give Umba his own certificate. Tribunal struck it out. The governor of Lagos State, Sanwo-Olu, his WAEC certificate is in dispute. Kemi Adeosun was thrown out as a minister because of forgery. Now, bring it down now. May Soma wrote JAM, got 240 that can get her admission into any school. But because she wanted to be greedy, she went and forged the result. DSS went to look for May Soma. The House initiated a panel because of May Soma. But the president today, it is a good thing for him to forge certificates. What is now good for the goose, it is not good for the gander in Nigeria. Are we truly an ideal site, or we have truly accepted that we are a shithole country, according to the words of Donald Trump? Because honestly, it is in a disposition from Chicago State University. We did not issue the certificate that this man presented to INEC. It is there. So should this be a difficult thing to be for a reasonable human being to just allude to the fact that your certificate was a forged certificate and just honorably leave the place? Because today now, and if Nigerians don't know the implication of this, our passport already is down. Our passport has no value in the world anymore. And now we have this issue of forgery. If Nigerians think that they want to jackpot anytime soon, I bet you are kidding yourself. Because the jackpot is not going to happen anytime soon. Now, there is more scrutiny on Nigeria, more so. This is happening on the first person. So what does it say? The first man of the country. Where are we truly going? Where are we going to as a nation? Things are not working. There's no pipe-borne water. There is no light. No, my sister just said about the road now. So these things is government too difficult to operate? Government is not a rocket science.
It's not.
It's not, my sister. It's not. Okay, now, for example, I can wake up here by the grace of God, by God's grace. I live in America. I can just wake up now, and then a street where I plowed yesterday, or maybe a highway I plowed yesterday, I can just see bridge, and I will ask when is this bridge? They won't ring a bell to us and say, Kereo, we are about to build a bridge, in this place. So don't no, you just wake up and it just happen. They just happen. We don't have to ring the bell, my sister. We don't have to go and call on my governor, the governor of Texas, Greg Abbott, and say, Governor Abbott, oh, the road that leads to Dallas is bad. Can you come fix it? No,
or he will wait for people to die before he will fix it.
Look, imagine a container falling on people. And
imagine,
my sister, how many more containers we have to fall on
before they fix the road?
Before they fix the road. How many more containers? I went to school in Awapa. I went to Awapa High School. How many more containers we have to fall on human beings?
Did you not hear the bridge breaking? Did you not hear the breaking of the bridge into two?
I was in Lagos some 2 years ago on Marine Bridge. There are potholes where I live about some 10 years ago. On Marine Bridge, Marine that leads to Ijora, there are potholes. And that Leventis, you cannot see Leventis. Leventis is gone. Our past now become a glorified chant.
That's the country where we live in.
Mr. Nosike, Shena like this, now we go day, make this country they spell. These corrupt people continue in power. Shena like this, we go they continue, my brother, Mr. Nosike. It is not about tribe here. I'm a Yoruba born child.
It's not about tribe.
It's not about tribe. It's about Nigeria force. Shena like this, we go the day, make this country they spell. Make this country they destroy. Ordinary water. Ordinary pipe-bomb water, they cannot provide.
It's an old story.
Light, where people they tell you do practical for some country, they can do practical. In some country in West Africa, they use lights, they do practical. Nigeria, we are still praying to God to give us lights. Imagine us, we are praying. Imagine you now when you leave your station now, you will pray and say, God, let there be light in my house. Over here, I don't have to pray for light. If I pay my bill, they give me light. If I don't pay my bill, I will not see them carry ladder. They will just turn it off in their office, and that's it. Shena like this, now we go to continue, make these evil men they rule us. My brothers and sisters, Shena like this, we go to day. People are dying every day. Pregnant women now in loots, they sleep on pavement to give birth to their children.
My brother.
Shena like this, we go to day. Mesoma, only 4 jam results. DSS. I went after Mesoma.
Small girl.
Young girl. Maybe she's not even 18. Young girl. DSS. The shameless human being, they went after Mesoma.
A lack of work.
And today now, Sanwo-Olu, his wife certificate is in doubt. Umba forged NYSC. Tinubu got NYSC exemption when NYSC have not started issuing NYSC exemption. The government college he went to in Lagos, the school have not started when Tinubu went to the school. Maybe I found the school for them.
Of course, now he established the
school. Aroloye does not exist. The truth, one thing, Mr. Nosike, the light can run for 20 years, but one day truth will catch up with it. Tiroba Lofognodu, Ojitua Banjoko, Dele Farotimi said it. Dele Farotimi said it on Arise. Omoluabi. Peter Obi is an Omoluabi. This is not how we are brought up as human beings in Nigeria. In those days, if you go and steal, if you bring something that does not belong to you to the house, your parents will whoop you. They will whoop you and then put fresh pepper on your body. But today, we are celebrating lies. We are celebrating corruption. Only in Nigeria, criminality has become a celebration thing. Men of integrity and honor has been put to the back burner. Their only anger against Peter Gregory Obi is the fact that the corruption of Peter Obi corrupt is that he did not steal money. That was the corruption of Peter Obi, that he did not steal money. And they are bent on not allowing an evil man to rule Nigeria. What kind of evil nation is this, for God's sake? How are we going to continue like this? When we have the best of us that can rule us and change the country, but the worst of us are the ones destroying the country. Ordinary pipe-bomb water.
All right,
my sister, God will guide you as you go out every day.
Yes,
if you apply that road, I'm going to pray for you. God will guide you.
Yes, sir.
Container will not fall on you and your family. God will preserve you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Hopefully, the criminals they can benefit from this renewed shege and they can fix the road. Thank you very much. God bless you for that you are doing, Mr. Nosike.
Thank
you. I love you.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you so much.
if you can feel this way, how then should we feel? Hello, good evening to you.
Hello.
Good evening to you.
I agree to this. Will be calling from Ikeja.
All right, Obi, go ahead. Good to have you.
Anotika agree to.
Thank you so much.
Tosi that call from America has shown that he's a complete Nigeria. For me, I say, what is the greeting he gave Anotika in Igbo? Let me give him also in Yoruba. How do you say it in Yoruba? To show that we are one Nigeria.
I don't know. We are one. Bawoni, so how are you?
If we are if we are united like this, I think we'll forge ahead and forge common front against the politicians who are our common enemies. Nigerians don't have problem with one another.
No.
Our problems are just the politicians. Name it Igbo politician outside that is same. We should not come here and be defending politicians and be fighting for them. I don't think that's you see, let us unite against politicians. I beg every Nigerian so that Nigeria will be good for us and our great grandchildren. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Obi. Thank you, Obi. But I know they wouldn't allow Nigerians to unite. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening. Good evening, ma. Good evening, Bibi.
Good evening.
Good evening, Deon Osike.
Good evening.
Yeah, this is.
Let's get to know you.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to ask. Can you hear me?
Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I want to thank that our brother that called. May God bless him for saying the truth. And Washori Relaye. And Ijabolori Bej, if not Mr. Choose. So, Mr. Onosike, somebody asked you a question in the morning, and that question was, do we still have oil in our country? And you answered that the reason why the this man refinery is not working. Dangote refinery is not working. And I want to ask, Dangote refinery, is it Nigerian refinery or is it a personal refinery? Because as little I know, Dangote refinery is a personal business whereby anyone can come and invest with him if he can only give you an open hand. Dangote refinery is not a Nigerian refinery. Number one, it's a personal business. So we don't have to take Dangote refinery as our nation refinery. So therefore, let us find a way and let our leaders look for a way. If they have never sold the refinery, because as far as they don't enter for paper, that means the deed have already been done. So if they never sell and finish, let them work our refinery for us, because Dangote refinery is a personal business. It's not a nation refinery. And that is the reason why we are buying cement as cost price. The amount they are selling cement is not the amount you can get it outside. So he is not a nation business. It's a personal business. Now, another question that somebody asked you, you said out of 99% of media in this Nigeria is owned by the politicians. Yeah. Now, I want to ask those politicians that have been in charge of 99% of this nation. Remember, if you want to count out the intelligent ones in these politicians, we all know them, and we all know the illiterate ones, the ones that are not even know much than you people. And most of you, the median, are very, very educated, one, intelligent, one, two, and if you are proud of your certificate and you have enough of things to show out as a media. So I see no reason why that you people will be under them, working under pressure in your own country. I see no reason why that they will have authority over you people, over you learned ones. Illiterates will have authority over you learned ones. Now, you said outside the country, Medians are the ones saying things that will happen in their nation and in their country. So now I want to ask, can it be possible for you median, as learned ones and the ones that is very, very proud of your certificates, can you people do something about being free from illiterates? Yes, can you people do something about being free from illiterates? People that cannot be proud of their certificate. If we start counting our leaders, from the beginning to the end now, even the ones that are still dragging to enter, and the ones the ones are playing politics for their own benefits. They don't even have something to show up. They don't have something to show up. I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you.
If your boss is an illiterate and he has no certificate, wouldn't you obey and respect him?
You said?
If your boss is an illiterate and he has no certificate, wouldn't you obey and respect him?
Respecting to somebody I have something meaningful more than him.
But he pays you. You work for him, he pays you.
Okay, I can hear you.
Okay, go ahead and answer me.
If I have enough certificates and if I'm less
Hello, are you
than
there?
my boss,
okay.
My dear sister, I will say
We didn't get that clearly.
Hello, baby.
Repeat yourself. Say it again.
I said if I am if I am intelligent, I am, and then all my certificates are very, very complete than my boss.
Okay.
And my boss don't want to, even though my boss is a dropout, I will try to make him get his own correct so that I will not be ashamed of my boss. Yes, I will not be under him in my own country. All because I'm working for him. Yes, I will not be betrayed. Just allow me to say my mind. I promise I'm not going to insult anybody. I will make sure that my boss will get his or her own certificates, and I will not be under him or her, all because of I'm working for him or I'm working for her. Because tomorrow he will become a shame to me. Yes. So please, you people should do something, because you cannot tell me that and you are learned and you allow illiterate to be your boss. You know, because it's getting too much.
Right.
It's getting.
If there is no any other way you people can do it, you people should learn from people outside the country.
Okay.
It's getting too much.
All right. Peter Nosike, you have more certificates than I do, so I think he should start from you. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Good
evening.
Good evening.
Tell us the name and your location.
Now, come from Bariga.
Okay, go ahead.
Mr. Nosike, this is our oil matter thing. There are so many secrets we don't know. We just talk on air without knowing so many secrets. I think we will start sourcing secrets about this oil chain so that we will not talk on the air anyhow. So this is what I want to contribute this evening. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Okay. Hello.
Hello. Yes.
So see you back.
I think.
All right.
Yeah. So I want to actually give some response to what Auntie Chiri was talking about.
Okay.
Now about the refinery and about the oil thing. Now, Mr. Peter Gregory Obi, when he was flying on air, said Sambisa Forest is a land for agriculture. Now, if you look at countries like Bangladesh, countries like China, countries like India, they make do with what they have. Mr. Nosike, you are much older, sir. Countries like UAE Nigerian government used to pay UAE, Dubai. They come to Nigeria, borrow money, and then go and pay their workers. But today, what is happening in Dubai? A country came to Nigeria, got our palm kernel, and go and plant in their own country. That is what they live on. Some countries of the world don't have oil, and they are doing great. Dependence on oil is going down. That's why Mr. Peter Gregory Obi told us. He said the land that you see, the vast land you see in the north, we can plant. You know how much ordinary tea or coffee can generate for us as a country? Over here in America, they drink coffee like mad, but we can plant coffee and export. Now, only in our country, they send containers to Nigeria, and those containers, they will go back empty to where they came from because we are not producing anything. I just went to a store some days ago to go and buy toothpicks. Nigeria now imports toothpicks. That is how worst it is. Now, reliance on oil is going down. We need to begin to think and strategize. And that is what Mr. Peter Gregory Obi was saying. Think. And he said, you cannot steal the will of the people. And if you don't have it, you don't have it. If you didn't day, you didn't day. Now, about the media thing. And the Chinyere, I understand your plight quite well. But remember, Mr. Nosike and my sister in the studio, I just pray that God will bless them. They have money. They can leave the shore of Nigeria and maybe get outside Nigeria and then begin to do their media thing like someone like David Aide. The reason why you see the media in Nigeria today is how it is now is because the people in power stole our money. They built TV houses and they now use that TV houses to spread propaganda. I know of a former governor of Lagos State. The land in Ikosi belonged to Lagos State Polytechnic, where I finished from. I did OND and HND Lagos State Polytechnic. Ikosi campus, that land belonged to Lagos State Polytechnic. Go and find out which station is on that land today. On that land, TVC, Television Continental, say on that land. But that land belonged to a higher institution before. That land was lobbied by somebody in power, and now they have the TV house there. That is how wicked human beings can be. You stole what belongs to the people and use for your own good. So, Auntie Chinyere, the only prayer we can pray is that God help Mr. Nosike, God help my sister. They can have their own money, establish their own media houses, and we have a good law in Nigeria that there will not be guard and say, this is how you must present the news. That is what is happening. I only feel for them, but my prayer for them also is that God will bless them. They can have their own station, they can create their own things, provide their own news as they want. This is how the country and the worst of us are now the ones ruling us. And they now tell us how they want us to say the story. Imagine now, you just talk about container falling in Lagos State now. Tomorrow they can tell and say, can you reverse that news and tell them that we have done the road now. The road is now good to fly. That is what is happening. But we only pray. But you know, one thing is, and somebody said also, one of the callers said, we can unite against these evil people. We all can unite. If we have a common agenda, we can unite. I was born as a Yoruba boy. I served in the north in Bauchi State for 1 year during my NYSC. I live with Igbo. Igbo people live in my house. We eat the same food. They eat amala. We eat eba. We eat ogbono. We live as a family. I have lived with Igbo. I have lived with Hausa. We live as human, as normal people. Only these politicians. Okay, after the election today now, have you heard anything about Iyashikudi? If you not vote for APC, don't come out. It is only when they need us, they divide us. When they are done using us, they dump us. We Nigerians must be wise and tell them, we are not use and dump. You cannot use us. Let's unite against them. If we unite against them, the over 200 million Nigerians, when Sri Lankans, when they united against the evil government in Sri Lanka, they chased them out. And so if we unite, we can chase these evil people out and we'll take back our country and make it how we want it to be. So Nigerians, Yoruba Neo, Yoruba Omoluabi, Igbos, Hausas, let us unite against these evil people taking us for a ride. I close my case here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Tosi. Thank you so much. All right. Let's quickly go to some of the messages we have here. Okay. Hello. Good evening, Mr. Easy.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Adosi. Thank you
Anosike.
very much. In fact, the chair I'm sitting on, you people want to fall my chair.
No, we cannot
You've
break
broken
it
one leg
now.
of my
No, we
chair.
cannot break it.
One leg are broken. No, I'm sitting on in fact, one-sided. So there is something you made mention that about regarding tax. Everybody pay tax, so do you know in everything we do, we pay tax indirectly, we pay, but we don't know, we neglect things that are so minute. For example, a lady wanted to do transaction, and when she does it, they now said they are going to charge her 10 naira. She said, what kind of nonsense is that? That outside you don't do that. If bank charges you money unauthorized, you sue them. But here they do it, and we neglect so many things. We are being charged unnecessarily, either things we buy or things we use. Now, people in the diaspora, they pay tax. And here we say we don't pay tax, we pay tax. They pay tax over there, and they see what they are paying. Electricity, water, road, they pay, and they see all these things. But we, our taxpayers' money, we don't see what we are paying for. See all our road now. You want to go and do inspection, they'll tell you, go and do your wheel balancing, go and do this, go and do your shop on our tax money, but no road. Water that we are supposed to be using free, water is supposed to be government provision. Everywhere there's supposed to be water. But we'll do water by ourselves, we'll do borehole. And still, in fact, we are just stressed. In fact, we are worn out. Now, this corruption we're talking about is not Nigerian origin. It's not something we brought up. It is a Western word. It is an English word. But we, Africa, we have carried that corruption on our head. We even exhibit it more than those that even brought it. So there's just a whole lot that needs to be done here. Now, this corruption we're talking about, let them see how they can curb all these things so that it will ease our head. This country is a great country. Now, when you talk about this diversion, tribalism, my brother I'm an Igbo person. My brother married a Yoruba girl, Muslim girl, a Konk girl, Muslim family. So let's not be carried away with all this tribalism. If somebody wants to buy something now, will he say this is an Igbo money or your Igbo man money or Yoruba money? So let's just put our heads together and forget what they are deceiving us with. So I greet everybody.
All right, thank you, Mr. Easy. Thank you so much. Hello, good evening to you.
Bibi, this is Obi calling, but I just remember something, Bibi. Bibi, these people are saying about 72 billion that they gave to governors. Let everybody face his state. I want to face my state, Hope Uzadema. Bibi, if you are a bird and the grasshopper enters your mouth, what will you do where you are relaxing? What will you do?
Chop him now.
I'm not going to swallow immediately now. Hope Uzadema is contesting for election and they gave him money. What is he going to use the money for? Is it not for his campaign? That's what he used it for. He was in his own government distributed 72 billion to states, especially those 3 or 4 states that are going to have elections. They will use the money for election.
Of course.
When we're talking of tax, just like the last caller said, from 3 states, like in my estate, I pay 200,000 a year for security in my estate. For Loma, 100,000 a year. That is in Lagos. So my office, I pay. In the village, I pay, I contribute. So when I send money for my... Yes, everywhere now. What is tax? What is tax for? Is it not for protection of provision of security, protection of lives and properties, provision of water, electricity, roads? Yes, but if my estate, when there is a pothole, we contribute money to repair the roads. The road where you... I'm into real estate. If I enter the lake, where I went to build a house, there was no road. I graded, and there were monkeys in the alphabet road when I bought my... You grade the road, you do everything with your money.
before people started coming, I was the first group about 15 years ago to enter that place. You see monkeys jumping up and down. I graded it, but the government will come and collect us from you still. In the village, when you send money for your parents, they say there is school work, block work that are contributing to build the classroom for students. Is that not tax? So what would the government to do when you are doing the whole thing for them? Borehole, light, you give yourself light by having your plants on.
We did for Nigeria, self-help.
People in a civilized clans are not paying tax more than us. I can bet it anywhere. They are not paying. We are paying 10 times more than what people are paying in the US. Because we are providing everything for ourselves. Nobody should come and be telling us of tax. Let them do something we can see. Then they want us to start paying tax. If I'm not paying for security, light, water, what am I going to be doing with the money? I just look at people say people throw the debt on the street. Nigeria is the cause of it. When you are in a civilized crime, you see big content, or like what they call it, containers. When you were going out in the morning, you pack your bin, you go out and you throw it. But here people pay. I've never seen all the I live in. I never pay for removing this thing from my house. I prepare my bin when I'm going out. I throw it. There's a bigger bucket outside where you throw it. You don't need anybody to come and be packing your thing for you in your house. No. I don't know what, and they travel out, they see all this things. That's why people, if they don't have money to pay at night, they will just go and look inside the gutter, they throw it. We are making people to live such life that they don't want to live. Baby, take care of. I don't think I agree to the Nigerian problem is too much.
Thank you so much.
All right, still on the you can still call us on the show. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. Okay. Hello. Good evening to you.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
Mr.
Let's
Ben,
get to know you, Mr. Ben. Go ahead.
All right. You see, what I forgot that time is that last 2 years, the federal government signed contract with Siemens and a German company they said they will provide 11,000 megawatts. They will transmit it, 11,000 megawatts. They will transmit and distribute it in 2 years' time. This is the second year now. Why is it that if you already signed that contract and paid them, that was part of all those loan debts we are owing now. You pay them. And up to now, I'm not hearing anything about that CMS. It was announced by Jebulin Girale the same way they announced that the NNPC own. I'm not hearing anything about it. By now, we suppose if Nigeria has 11,000 megawatts, we'll not be having light problem. Why is it that our president doesn't want to prove all the contracts Buhari signed, all the money Buhari collected? Why they didn't want to? All the ministers that collected money. The people just kept quiet. Everything, all the people, things are tying up like that. That this Sadi Farouk, the time of Buhari, 500 billion that we are giving to her every month. Why is it I don't want to ask this woman? What did you do with that money? Who did you give? Where is the register where you transfer the money? The Hadi Sereka, the aviation minister, asked for the money. Where is the aircraft you bought with the money? The power, Buhari spent $7.5 billion on power. The power minister, what do you do with the money? We don't have light as I'm talking to you. We don't have light. Buying fuel every day. Why can't they prove all these things? And another thing is that our security now, the senator summoned them to come. When they appointed them, all of us were clapping hands. We are Tinubu made the best choice. They are powerful. They are because of they retire about 100 generals because of these ones, those who were their seniors. And look at now, Tinubu have to tell them, say, go after kidnappers, go after unknown government, go after the kidnappers of university girls. You look at yesterday now, they kidnapped 5 girls from Katsina University. They say, go after them, go and capture those girls. So if they don't tell them, they will not go. IG of police told us that the tiger is inside him, lying on the south side. And we don't see any lion, we don't see any tiger. But everywhere, terrorists, everywhere killing, kidnapping. When these terrorists, commanders of Boko Haram in the forest, when they need wives, they will go to university, get hosted, and pack wives for them. What you will hear is that go after them, some more time. Those girls we settle down in the forest and start producing children for them. One day you hear they get one Chibok girl. Out of family. It's happening in this country. Tinubu should wake up. Should wake up. We are more than this. Nigeria, we are not supposed to be suffering what we are suffering. We are not supposed to turn at all. You should wake up and start fighting corruption. You should call Buhari and asking questions, a lot of questions. Because he's not probing NFL. And the NFL is calling Buhari. Don't want to come out openly and invite Buhari. All the money NFL gets to Buhari. You should ask Buhari, what are you doing with that money? One is too much. So that is what I want to say. God bless us.
All right, thank you, Ben. Thank you. Bless you too. Our phone lines are still open for conversation. Do well to call us so we can have this conversation. All right, let me take this call. Hello, good evening.
Finally.
Sorry about that.
Good morning.
All right, good evening.
It's Sebastian from New York City. How are you?
We're fine. It's evening here.
Uncle Anosike, well done.
Well done, sir.
I enjoy your work. The one way catch my interest this evening, the palliative way our government supposed to they give people. For here in the US, remember during the COVID, American government gave palliative to the citizens, of which I was a beneficiary. And the way Nigerian government is doing it, we are doing it in the wrong way to pacify corruption. Because if you are giving 5,000 naira, or like they said now, they want to be giving 25,000 or 50,000 to market women. That's not the way to do it. When we have, even with the palliative that American gave to the citizens, they also make loans available to everybody that is qualified. As a small business owner, self-employed business person, I applied for the loan, and I got a certain amount, let's say $25,000. So a few days ago, I was looking at how much I have paid. In that loan, I'm using myself as an example. Maybe people in the US also can relate to this. So they told me to be paying $122 every month for 30 years loan. It's a 30 years loan. So now, just a few days ago, I was just looking at how much I have paid so far. My calculation came up to, as at date, $3,152. That's what I have paid based on what the arrangement that we have. So now I looked at the balance. The balance stated that my balance is $24,717. I was shocked. Because the government gave me a loan, they are making money out of that loan. If I like, I go spend the loan, and I mean no. They don't give me. Based on the palliative issue that arose in the world. So I was now challenged. If I'm going to pay this loan in the next 30 years, and government has made over $3,000 from me, how do you that the system will not work? In Nigeria, we are giving free money. There's no return for the money. It's an exercise of futility. And this money cannot be accounted for. And this money is being given to party members, family members, and the populace is not benefiting from it. My mother is in Nigeria. My siblings are in Nigeria. They have not told me that they got palliative, even one cup of rice or one seed of tomatoes from anybody. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to learn to do things right. It seems like it's a deliberate effort to make people docile, not to question what is going on in the country. So that's my contribution this afternoon. Nigeria government need to do things the right way, so that the people can benefit, so that even the government themselves can benefit. Just imagine the loan they gave me. They have, so far, as we speak now, they have collected $3,000 from me. So in my mind, I have paid $3,152. But when I looked at what I have actually paid, it is only about $300 and change that I've paid in the past 2 years. You see what I'm saying? So the government need to re-strategize and be upfront with the people and let us know what we are doing. Mr. Honorable, you are into economy and stuff like that. So you probably understand what I'm saying. The government can make money. They can make money from the citizens by giving loan that can be accounted for, and the interest that is being gotten from the loan can benefit the government. That is my contribution this afternoon. Be blessed.
Yes.
Now, well done.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. Take care.
All right, our phone lines are still open and the conversation line is open. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing?
Fine, my dear. I'm going to make a call.
All right, Nemeka, go ahead.
Yeah, I got a picture of the GP.
Nemeka, thank you.
Yeah, I was out of my door now. My teacher, everybody has spoken fine. Your study is everybody has spoken fine. And if you watch everybody, find out that everybody is for the benefit of our dear country, Nigeria. That everybody wants to get to do what we want them to do the right way. Which is supposed to be. My favorite thing about this certificate. The certificate for the safety will not need to go as a safety. And another thing they do is whatever will come out of this certificate is going to be finally. If all of us are going to, that is who we are. But if we will get it, that will blow up that time because I need to go again. That's all I know. And another thing, secondly, it is very from now to anyone, they take more the police from outside because people they will go and take their record. People can allow number one to be. That is all of now we say. That is number one. And number two is every time you commit your passport and any embassy, they will like you that don't bring that process. You know you are there and you are ever. Now, elders of Nigeria have to stand and speak and talk to and don't speak to the ones that this time around. Because you cannot be taking care. You know, cannot be taking care of what they don't know about. Look at the country, how you do it, the poverty is there. Every time there and there. Like this, we are not to play forever. And we have to show culture. We need to tell us to the people. And we really want to be people because all our country. But let us educate us to do the best. And the people too, on the access.
Thank you so much, Nemeka. Thank you. All right, let me quickly go to the WhatsApp messages. Okay, I still have some calls to take. Hello, Tosin, you back? Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so to the caller that calls from America about the loan thing.
Yes.
So if you look at Nigeria, just suppose that with Nigeria, in Nigeria, they don't have data. They deliberately don't want to have data. I think they're talking about register. Now, so over here, there are data here. I mean, somebody can easily just put money in my account for palliative. I mean, during the COVID, the money just come direct to you. Not that they will come to your street and ask you, oh, what is your name? Give me money. No, the money just goes to your account. So Nigeria, they deliberately did that way. They don't have any record, they don't have any database for them to. I mean, if I ask you now, my sister, does the government even have your account number? Probably no. So I think for me, what they intentionally did was to destroy the system so that they cannot be held accountable. I remember these guys during the election, They have different people that they employ to campaign for them, do all of that for them. These are the people that will benefit from that money. That money will not be paid back. Whatever loan is being given to people is a means to steal. Imagine you saying you give governor 70 billion. You just give them pocket money for themselves and their family. That is not how a country is being run. And these guys, they know it. They know what to do. But doing it is their problem because they don't want to be checkmate. Now, going to Buhari, if people are asking Tinubu to go and prosecute Buhari, the one that is there himself, we are still questioning his certificate. You ask him to go and talk to go and look for Buhari. Buhari paved way for him to enter now. Will you bite the hand that feeds you? But I want to dare Tinubu or whatever they call his name. I want to dare him today. If he's truly a man that stands for integrity, as some people said in quotes, that is a man of integrity, he should go. He should probe Buhari, probe the ministers under Buhari. My sister, my brother, these guys will not do it because they pave way for themselves to ruin the system. We are the one that needs to unite and show them the way out. Amechi said it. Now, this is the word of Rotimi Amechi. Amechi said, Nigerians are not doing to us what they are supposed to do. They sound like, maybe you can remember. Amechi said, Nigerians look for stone and stone us. Amechi was the one that said it. This is not my own word. And I have tagged it. Amechi 101. Nigerians, Amechi has given you Amechi 101. He said, until Nigeria starts stoning politicians will not do the right thing. So Nigeria, I ask you, when will you start to stone the politicians that are ruined? Because Amechi was the one that said it. This is not false news. Is everywhere. So Nigerians, like David did to Goliath, when una won't look for stone to start to stone the politicians that have destroyed this country. That is the question. Amechi said, he said, until Nigerians start stoning us, the politicians, they will not do the right thing. So Nigerians, I implore you today, let us unite, look for better stone, and begin to stone these people that are destroying our country. Thank you.
All right, Tosi, thank you so much. I think we'll need a catapult to do that. We'll go get a catapult to do that. All right, let me quickly go over the WhatsApp messages quickly. Okay, good morning, Mr. Osik and my sister. My contribution is that if the president cannot do anything on refineries and power, which are the problems of Nigeria, he should leave Aso Rock. Please, I don't know why this government is running away from repairing our refineries. Nigerians were advising the president not to give palliative money to the governors to put it in the refineries, yet he didn't do it. I don't know why this presidency doesn't listen to Nigerians. They do what they like with people's money without listening to the advice of the people that owns the money. Why? Nigerians should rise up and fight for their rights and snatch back the country from them. All right, till then. Okay, that I read is coming from Mr. Jude, all the way from Okata. All right, I have another one from Honorable Adeyemi Kamoru from Ikoyi, Lagos. As long as Tinubu genuinely attended the diploma is not a forgery. It would only be a forgery if he didn't graduate. Tinubu can't forge a diploma for a qualification that he genuinely have. In America, you can even print your own check with a private company and your bank will honor it as long as there is money there. Don't be limited by your Nigerian experience. Thank you so much. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you. Tell us your name and location.
Yes, I'm calling from Lasamaja, CY.
All right, CY, go ahead.
They said that we should unite to one. They can remember what happened for Lekki to Gate, related as one Nigeria. What happened for Lekki? That is right now. Nigerians fear we didn't give any Nigeria to come out to be united as one Nigeria. Because the people they killed at Lekki, nobody is fighting for them. Both the big men and poor men. Nobody is asking them about it. So this one they say that you should come out and united. Who will come out again and united? When they kill many people at Tollgate. And if you say now, we are going to come out now for Tollgate again, You will see police, you will see army. We gather. People will not come out. So this one they are talking that we should not. How can we fight? When fear, Fela have already said it. Who won't die? My papa did, my mama did. Who won't die? So that is the thing. That is what to contribute, my sister.
All right, thank you so much, CY. In everything we do, we shouldn't allow Nigeria happen to us. This is coming from Aloysius. Well done, VOP. The truth is, all this gang up of criminals called politicians are like lions going after an elephant, Nigeria state, for their selfish interests. The worst is they have bought even the judiciary with their ill-gotten wealth. Nigeria is a failed state because the foundation and constitution was laid on fraud. Nigeria is never a nation but a business empire of the British and our criminal politicians. All right, Aloysius, thank you for that. Hello, good evening to you. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you. Let's get to know you. Tell us your name and location.
Yeah, this is Charles from Monjo.
All right, Charles, go ahead.
Yes. You see, we have spoken enough of speaking different types of English and grammar. And our leaders they've discovered that it's only talk that we will always talk. I get you.
Yes.
They have connived with the British, like the last speaker rightly, the last
message
rightly stated. They have connived with Britain. At this stage, what they just want to do is to remain in leadership, on power. That is to say, once they are in leadership, they can do whatever they want to do. If they then will continue to aid them, to punish their citizens, and they have discovered that we can't do any other thing than to talk in the radio and talk from morning till night. I think it has come to a stage where the entire citizens of this country should submit a communique to the government and tell them what we want and give them time to do it. If they cannot do it, the citizens should come out in the mass and disagree with them. We are the ones that elected them there. They did not elect themselves. The Constitution said we. And when we are talking about we at the preamble, it means the citizens of this country. It's not the few politicians that are there. So they should do things in such a manner that it will favor the entire citizens. They should provide security. They should provide regular power supply. They should ensure that our currency reflects what it's supposed to be. How can Nigerian money be inferior to Cotonou money? Because Cotonou currency. How can we continue to be a member of OPEC and we cannot afford to use fuel in our own country? We cannot afford quality education. The law is only for the ordinary ones. The punishments that associate with disobedience of law is meted out only to ordinary persons in this country. If they cannot lead this country the way it's supposed to be, let them come down. On the other hand, if we cannot be united as we have agreed to be united in the Constitution, let everybody go his own way. Because the unity is not favoring ordinary people. They have selected themselves from each state. If you go to the Niger State, they've selected you. You go to Anambra, they've selected you. You go to Kaduna, Kano, Lagos, they have selected themselves. Just for themselves. The Nigeria now, the unity now is only for the politicians. The ordinaries are not involved. The benefit of the democracy is not for ordinary person at all. So if they don't want us to be together and continue in this unity for the benefit of everyone, according to democracy, they say it's government of the people, for the people and of the people, something of that nature. So if it can be like that,
all right, I don't know what happened. Thank you so much, sir. Still going back to our WhatsApp messages. Excellent evening to you. Imagine someone is saying that Nigerians should be praying that refineries should not work. I think such statement is very frivolous. The such person doesn't want the progress of this country, Nigeria. From Mr. Francis, Festac side of Lagos. Hello, good evening to you.
Good evening. This will be calling back.
All right, Toby, go ahead.
Maybe I didn't want to talk before. Somebody sent a message about somebody printing a check or what, the vendor. Let me. I want to ask the person. Nigerian international passport is printed by vendors, third party. But are you going to print our passport without format, without what Nigeria wants you to print on the international passport? Are you going? Will you come and vendors come and print what they like in our passports? That must give you what to do in their passports. That must be format. If the school doesn't want to know what anybody will go and print certificate and bring to Nigeria, enter any government work now. There must be logo, there must be a pattern, there must be system. I want to have a secret to Sunday. You can tell me that everybody will go and pray. These spin doctors, they come to spin us, turn our head in this country. It doesn't work. And the person is not saying anything about the school, 1970-74, different names. And the person is not talking about that. And I don't want to go to this ATSU something. The person that sent message is just trying to annoy Nigerians now. No, the truth. We have gone past this CSU. So if they want to hold Nigeria, heaven will fall, will not fall on from me. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Obi. Still on the WhatsApp, I just want to quickly run down these messages. To start with, my greetings to that analyst, Mr. Anosike, in the studio. You are Red Jam, sir. To start with, I personally wonder why Nigeria, a country well blessed with natural endowments, could not for once be turned around for good. Nigeria, a country surrounded by vegetation, yet no food. A country with large, healthy, able-bodied workforce, yet no industries to work. A country with sunshine, yet no electricity. A country with invaluable crude oil depot, yet no fuel, and so on. Our leaders should please do something to revive Nigeria. The people are suffering and dying massively on a daily basis. May God help us. From Agege. Okay? Tax is collected aggressively. High tax is collected aggressively, where those countries doesn't control the resources and wealth of the country, unlike Nigeria. In America, for example, companies control oil production and refineries. These private companies hire workers and collect taxes from the source. Serious nations have nothing like NNPCL, that is supposed to be the highest income earner for Nigeria, exporting crude and managing refineries. For working companies like MTN, pay tax for the employees at the source. I have suggested that Nigeria should stop exporting crude oil altogether, sell all the refineries and license more refineries to serious private companies that will create massive employment. Before talking about taxing people who only live on $1 a day, doing petty trading. That's Austin from Olodiapapa. He said, can VOP float a TV station? I'll buy the share of that future TV company. All right, we have a TV station, VOP TV. Okay, let me quickly run down this. Good evening. The Bible says righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a reproach. Okay, he's passing through. Atiku is the hero of the year. Blah, blah. Thank you so much. Dayo from Faba. That's a lot. It's so long. I can't go through that. Okay, this is from Ade from Moko Obade. Thank you so much. We can see your messages. Thank you so much, all of you who sent messages. Let me take some calls. Hello, good evening to you. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, GOP.
All right, tell us your name and location and go ahead.
Yeah, this is Akaja. I'm calling from Okota.
All right, Akaja, go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
More wisdom to the person that initiated this station called the VOP. People are doing us well. May God bless you for that.
You too. Thank you.
Yeah, I want to talk about this tax that the federal government are saying that Nigerians are not paying tax. It's the reason why when they talk all these things, we believe them is that the government of Nigeria is full of propaganda. And they have used their propaganda to tear our mind from the reality.
How can they tell us that Nigerians are not paying tax? When even the children of Nigeria are paying tax, do you know how they do it? I went to register my child in one of the government schools after paying my own tax as a father. Then when it is time to go and register the child inside that particular, they collected a certain amount from me for that child. Where is that money going into? Okay, when you go to the bus stop, you see those children carrying tray on their head. You see a ticket being given to them. Where that money is going? The reason why is that because of lack of transparency in this government, corruption becomes the master of the government. That's why they cannot do all these things. They can tell us this and we believe them. Okay, now when you talk of our crude, we learn that these people that they are taking to overseas, there are so many products coming from that crude. Where are those products going into? It is right time they tell us the truth. Yeah, so now, when they tell us this thing, we believe them. That's why they keep on telling us this thing. We have talked enough. It is high time we stop all this our talking. If it is coming out, they will send their enforcement to come and treat us. Let everybody sit at home. Let us grab the whole country. So I think it's affecting us real. They went to the market and pack all the rice in the market. Go to the market, you can't be able to buy a big of rice. As a result of them mobbing the whole rice in the market. Why is it like this? We are also seeing citizens like them. Let them pity us before we die. That's my contribution.
Thank you, sir. No, thank you so much. Nobody is dying. Let's take our last call for today. Hello, good evening to you. Hello, good evening to you.
Good evening. My name is Jonathan. I'm calling from London.
All right, Jonathan, go ahead.
AKA allegedly. So.
It's been a while. Well done.
Good evening, Minister Anosike.
Good evening.
God bless you, sir. Yeah. I know you. I know the presenter is laughing at me. I don't know my crime.
Go. You are allegedly speaking. Go ahead.
But I know that we understand each other.
Of course, we do.
So let me quickly jump on it, sir. And we are the bottom part of the crisis. So let me use that word, because when Nigeria in diaspora cannot beat their chest and tell their fellow multinationals that where they come from, we know what we are talking about. This is one of the challenge of the diasporas, because the first thing that will come to their mind is that Nigeria, they're having problem. There's problem over there. So, and my problem is that the way our media is handling this thing, I don't know, maybe we are panicked. I don't know, maybe because of there's no job, people don't want to lose their job, people don't want to say the truth. But there are a lot of things have been done already. But my prayer is that God will give people courage to speak up, because all Nigerian elders, everybody is just keep quiet, cold, as if nothing is happening. And something is happening. We are talking about youth cannot, if we can't boast our chest, even to visit embassies, there's problem. So now back to the certificate saga. Irrespective of how change they want to, how tactics, every tactics you want to use to change these narratives, the black is black, it's there for us. This stigma is there. We can't change it, except the populace arise and say enough is enough. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, our allegedly brother. Thank you. All right, our time is fast approaching for us to stand up from the studio. All right, Peter, I'll take over to you. How do you close?
Well, I thank all those that called and those that couldn't call. It's been a quite interesting and interactive season. And the interest of Nigeria should be uppermost in our mind. Wherever we are, we don't have any other country that you can call our own. So the survival of the country should be very, very important to everybody. Nigeria will live, long live Nigeria, long live the masses. The Nigerian masses must breathe, whether the politicians like it or not.
And do get your catapult ready for stoning. All right, thank you, listeners. Thank you all, including people on YouTube sending their comments. We can see your comments. Thank you all for tuning in and watching and listening as well. All right, do have a pleasant Saturday evening. My name is Biblas Chidi, but you can call me BB. And you can follow us on social media. On Facebook, Peter Anosike is simply Peter Anosike. And on Facebook, I am Biblas Chidi. On Instagram, BB_Biblas, BIBLAS. All right, on that note, we say, do have a good weekend.
Young Nigerians who are leaving the country in droves. They are running away to escape poverty.
They are not looking at this issue, and I think Nigerians should rise.
Many families and properties have been destroyed. Accountability is one of the things that is lacking in governance in this country.
Speak with no hindrance.
Chapter 4, Section 39 of the Nigerian Constitution, right to freedom of expression and press, states, every person shall be entitled to the freedom of expression, including freedom to hold opinions and to receive and impact ideas and information without interference.
Now you have a voice of the people.